Welcome to the Galactic Mind Weather Report. So today we're coming to you at the beginning of a very powerful wave spell known as the Blue Hand Wave Spell. So it opens up today with the Blue Magnetic Hand, which is really about attracting the energy we're going to require for the next 13 days, well the next 12 days that follows, in order to heal that which is not fully in alignment within ourselves. And so the last 13 days has been dedicated to the White Wizard Wave Spell. And that 13 days was about cracking ourselves open in order to become receptive, hyper-receptive to the energy that's available to us, to the resources all around us, so that we can receive and use those resources, use that energy, because that is all resources are. Money, minerals, etc. They're just the resources, they're energy. All of it. So we don't need to think about this in a really spiritual kind of hoodoo, voodoo kind of way. But life is energy. Everything around me right now is pure energy. And so this last 13 days was actually about, not going out and getting the resources, but actually opening ourselves up to receive them. Because life is always wanting to provide what we need, to provide what matches our frequency, where we're vibrating at that point. And so it's really up to us to open ourselves up, to realign ourselves in order to become tuning forks, to attract and be willing to actually receive those things around us. Often you'll see that, and this ties into the Blue Hand Wave Spell, is, this 13 days is looking at where are we still out of resonance with what we're attracting, what we want to attract. And how can we fix that? How can we heal that dissonance so that we can actually get our shit together and make something of our daily life, to take steps forward, to accomplish the goals that we came here to be part of? And often you'll find that, for example, many of us, we don't need to be rich, but we would like the abundance. We would like money. In a sense, not money itself, but we would like energy provided so that we could live more effortlessly and live more gracefully, so we don't have to worry about how we're going to pay our bills, where the food's going to come from. A lot of us would really love those survival things taken care of so that we actually are nurtured enough to be able to continue to gift our service to the world. Because in the end, if you're watching this video, then there is a part of you, at least, that wants to be of service, that wants to be a good person, that wants to be authentic, that wants to, really step into your purpose in life. And so the Blue Hand Wave Spell is going to challenge you now. It's going to say, okay, then you need to do the work. Then you need to start being honest with yourself. Not being mean to yourself or being brutally, pushy, but to really take check of where are you out of resonance with what you want to create in your life. And money is a beautiful example of this. I know I have had a poverty consciousness around me, and I've allowed so many belief systems around money, and contradictory ones, to resist my ability to receive it. Not to make it, but to receive it. And some of those belief systems for me were, for example, from my parents and my father especially, the idea that you need to work hard. You have to work hard. If you get money and you didn't work hard, then you don't really deserve it, because that's not how things happen. And that's a very middle class, not lower class, but middle class kind of dilemma. We have this belief system, you have to work hard. And if you enjoy what you do, these are the belief systems I carried. If I enjoy what I do, it's not work. I shouldn't get paid for that. I enjoy it, because work shouldn't be enjoyable. So these are belief systems I've been carrying. And then paradoxically, I got into the work, spiritual work. I started opening myself up to this world where I started being of service to people, first healing myself, and then I wanted to help others to get the same gifts, to get the same empowerment that I did through the work I discovered. So I began sharing and sharing. But in that, I then started gathering like a rolling stone gathers moss. I started gathering this belief from the people around me in these circles that to earn money from doing your service and gifting and helping people wasn't right. That it was something that you were lucky to have been gifted these talents, so we should give them for free. And this created a real paradox, because for many years now, I've been going around trying to be this, the single daddy with my boy, trying to get by, when my belief systems had completely created dam walls on both sides of the spectrum of the mundane, go and work hard, get a real job, and the spiritual kind of law of attraction, everything is magic and let it happen. But there were still belief systems that I had gathered and taken on from my outside world around me that were actually stopping me from being able to receive the gifts that the universe was trying to pour into my world. Because the more that I receive, the more money, the more things, the more I allow, the more comfort, the more luxury that I allow into my life, the more I can share it, the more I can go out there and do it. And so that's just an example of something that this blue hand, for me personally, is coming in to really work with, to really work with my belief patterns. And so you will find for yourself, beginning today especially, and it will have built up during the White Wizard and will continue to show you signs through this 13 days of the blue hand, you'll begin to find, if you are willing to look, and this is knowledge. The blue hand is about acquiring the knowledge necessary for healing. So that means that you'll need to be paying attention, that you'll need to go and look for the information. And an example of that is, if you're finding a pattern is repeating itself in your life, if you're finding you have a disease, a dis-ease, something in your body is not in harmony, is not in balance, then what you want to do is go and check out online, look at, spiritual meaning of a broken arm, or spiritual meaning of high blood pressure, and just go out and research, have a look. You have the internet at your hands. Anyone can get access now to infinite information. So now it is time to use this blue hand avatar energy to get up and take steps towards gathering the knowledge you need to, first of all, understand where the disharmony is in your body, where it is in yourself. It might be to go see a specialist, go get help, or, read some books, research on the internet, watch some YouTube videos, have a chat with others who you respect in the field. Find the information somehow. It could be through intuition, through writing and automatic writing and asking for that knowledge to be provided. But whatever way you take it, the challenge to you this 2 weeks is to really get to the bottom of what it is that's out of resonance. And that will require you to have a certain level of self-honesty. Because it is very easy to say, no, I'm pretty happy. I'm healed, I'm good, in comparison to everyone else. And that's one thing. But if you're going to be honest with yourself, if you are human, if you're breathing, if you're watching this video, if you are alive, then there will be something. Because we are human. We are here for the experience. We are not here to be perfect. We are here to be broken. We are here to stretch ourselves and to experiment and try and fall over and crash and hurt ourselves and break others accidentally and hurt others and love others, and just to be fully in the experience. Because this is evolution, conscious evolution. It happens through grit, it happens through heat and through mutation. And so when we say, no, I'm fine, I'm healed, then you're actually blocking your next level human experience. And with that next level human experience, we will discover next level wounding that will in turn unlock next level ecstasy, next level bliss. And it will be through having the courage to step up, to own our own disharmony in ourselves, rather than looking out and looking to where we can pin the reflection outside of us, but to go, okay, there's all this disharmony around me, these people are provoking me, these people are doing this. How am I getting myself in this situation? What pattern am I playing out? Identify that. I just had a big ringing in my ear suddenly just pop in. But identify what that is. And when you do, then the next step as you move through this Wavespell is to gather the information you need, the knowledge you need, in order to know what the next step you can take in order to heal it is. And then take that step. And when you allow this, when you take full responsibility for this, and you do not say, yeah, but it's too hard, it's impossible, I'll never make it, well, then you won't. No one can do it for you. Trust me, I've tried to do it for people for so long because there was a part of me that wanted to prove myself, you know, as a healer, as a good person. I wanted to prove my worth, you know. And in doing so, I actually disabled a lot of people through that, through trying to fix them. And what I discovered is that no one can fix you except you. Now, lots of people can give you advice, you know. I'm really great at holding space for people and facilitating the process, but I've discovered the less that I actually do the work for someone, the more empowered they become when they get their breakthroughs and do the work for themselves. And so I am hard at work this Wavespell, breaking my wounding around what's blocking me from stepping forth into my full avatar, because I know that I am capable of so much in this lifetime. I can feel it welling up inside me. And you might say, yeah, Mark, but that's you. And I've worked hard for this. I've done my self-work, the self-reflection day in, day out. And part of that was to stop the self-reflection at times, to just be human, to go out there and just let go of control. It'll be different for everyone. But often you will only see people sharing their success stories. The fact is, I've been through so many challenges and just never given up and taken self-responsibility to fix them in my own life. And so don't feel that you are in a situation that cannot be pulled out of that mud, because I can tell you there are millions of examples of people that should not, by any logical means, have been able to get up out of that victim hole that they were in, but they did. And those are the stories that we love hearing. Those are the stories we retell around the fireside and the rest. They become legends. And I really want you to understand that you have one of those legends just waiting to be unwrapped inside you. But don't wait for someone to open the book and read it for you. Start looking for the first page and begin fully stepping into you. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. It will be a long road potentially, but you have to start. It all starts with the first step. So make use of this blue hand avatar energy that's arriving today and here for the 2 weeks, because I felt it is real. I've been out with my brother pulling down a shed today in the middle of 36-degree heat and the blazing sun, but there was energy for it. And there'll be energy for you if you can break out of the victim pattern and step into power and say, I will find a way, one step at a time. Don't rush it. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed. Slow, solid progress. First, find out the knowledge you need to identify where you're out of balance, and then find out what you need to know in order to take the next step to heal it. And enjoy the adventure. And I also want to announce that, as you know, I often take on many different projects, you know, from politics to spirituality to everything. And lately I've been working a lot with CBD, which is cannabidiol. Now, cannabidiol comes from the cannabis plant, and many of you will have heard about this all around the world. They're legalizing all around the place now because the science is proving that it is a magical thing. And part of that has led me to research the endocannabinoid system in our bodies. And many of you may not have heard of the endocannabinoid system. It's a very real thing. You can Google it. Incredible YouTube videos out there. And I recommend that you do, because I have been researching this endocannabinoid system in our body and discovered it is the basis of homeostasis in your body. So it's what gives your body balance so that everything else can operate better. That is why it is helping everything and healing so many things, because it's actually healing the body's, immune system, and it's helping get rid of anxiety and all these things. So please go out there and research the endocannabinoid system. So many of us are imbalanced. And I've been taking the CBD for 3 weeks now, and it has completely changed my life. I feel me again. The me, I felt the biological part of me feels strong again. And I realized that my body hasn't been well for many years. But we override these things. So again, it's an example of going out and getting the information. Now, if you would like to know more about CBD and what country you're in, how to find out about the laws and where to get it from, and what to look for when you're looking for CBD, because you need to have a full spectrum, there's lots of different bits to it, then please feel free to send me a private message and get in touch. It's one of my passion projects now. I'm seeing how it's helping everyone around me, and it's incredible. So I'm going to leave it at that and offer all my love and gratitude for the support and for the following of these videos and the sharing of these videos that everyone has done. Because as much as you may get a lot from these videos, I get just as much from having this audience that allows me to really tap in and be authentic and vulnerable and to share this. And I learn as much as you do. So thank you so much for supporting the work. In Lakesh. So much love.